Is Bart Scott coming back to the National Football League? We're going to find out next. And also we'll preview Jets-Jaguars this weekend and what's ahead for the Jets over the final 4 games of the 2025 season.
We beat anybody in the world, and I think we're going to win next Sunday.
It's picked off. Aaron Glenn. Jumbled and caught. Jumbo Elliott. One-handed catch. Chris Ball gets running loose. Can't wait.
Put your seatbelts on and get ready for the ride.
The official Jets podcast is presented by Kendra Scott, the jewelry company that's shining bright and doing good. Personalize your game day look by shopping spirited styles and so much more at your local Kendra Scott store or kendrascott.com, where team spirit meets personal style. Let's start here.
Notre Dame.
No, we're not talking about the college football playoff.
Oh, okay.
Before we came on the air, that was a pretty, I would say, intense debate. Yeah, Notre Dame deserves to be in the playoff. They're one of the best 12 teams in the country. And I didn't go to Notre Dame.
Who did they beat?
I went to the University of Florida.
Who did they beat?
My graduate degree.
But you're Catholic.
Yes, I am.
So that's what so you're trying to go to heaven. That's all the reason you voted for them.
Yeah, we should all aspire to go to heaven. All right. Phillip Rivers just signed a contract with the Indianapolis Colts. He's 44 years old. Is Bart Scott going to make
the season?
Bart Scott going to make a comeback?
No.
You're 45.
Yes, I'm 45.
I'm putting your information out there.
Yeah, I'm 45. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been tested in 5 years, so I've taken stimulants, HGH, gout, steroids. I've taken everything. Sure, but you know what's funny? I bet you Phillip Rivers, before he starts and takes a real hit, probably feels better than he's ever felt playing football. Right? He probably feels like, hey, I felt like this my 5th year. Because what happens is when you get older, you start eating better. You start trying to keep up with your kids. You don't want to get the dad bod.
Right.
So you start doing Pilates. You start doing bar class. I'm sure he probably can touch his toes for the first time. You know what I'm saying? He's probably you seen Brady? Like, Brady's skin so damn tight, I think he's going to turn inside out.
Yeah, but Brady's in another stratosphere over here.
But
Let's just talk about Rivers.
The same thing. 9 kids. You don't think 9 kids keep you busy? And I think he was coaching college football, high school football.
Right.
So that means that he's around it. That means he's still throwing the football. It's a beautiful story. What other story could the coach kind of write that's going to pique interest and kind of going against somebody that maybe knows the system? Listen, I don't think it's going to work, but it's fascinating because there's always a chance that it will.
I know.
You know who else at the age of 45 did something amazing that showed us that life doesn't end at 40?
George Foreman. Big George.
Big George Foreman.
It's happened. Michael Moore's down.
Yes. So maybe, just maybe, he doesn't have to be great. This is something like last time he was with the organization, they were 11-5, and he couldn't move then.
Yep.
But the thing is, he don't have to move. And the problem is you can't even hit quarterbacks no more, so his age don't really matter. All you got to make sure is he gets his daily nap. But once he gets his daily nap, he's fine. So you structure the practices accordingly. Like you say, hey, we can't 12 o'clock. He got to take a nap. You start meetings after his hour and a half power nap, and then you have practice maybe a little later.
Do you take a nap during the day? Everybody's listening to you in New York.
Sometimes I do, yeah. Like sometimes when I come home,
yeah, but
like
you don't.
1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah?
I go take a little nap.
Do you really?
Wake up at 3.
After
4 o'clock.
3 hours of radio, you got to go home and take a nap,
Hey, man,
huh?
it takes it out of me, man. Hey, entertaining y'all, the power hour. That takes a lot of energy, man. That comes from the gut, the diaphragm.
Yeah. Well, you taped downstairs today after we taped the television show.
It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in New York sports, man. No Edwin Diaz for us no more, man. So if you're a Jets and Mets fan, you lost Edwin Diaz to the
Dodgers.
to the Sith Lords.
Yes. So, Big George, you referenced Foreman before. It's been 7 years since HBO went off the air with Lampley and Kellerman. I'll tell you what.
I hate it.
Larry Merchant loved him. And then also, how about
I hung around Bert Sugar for a while too.
Really?
He was wanting to tell me about the old fights and stuff like that. He always had the derby hat on with the cigar.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm hoping that maybe when this thing is sold, I think Warner Brothers and Paramount and all that stuff, I just don't like boxing without those voices. I mean, hearing Michael Buffer say, let's get ready to rumble on DAZN or wherever the hell he's at right now, I think that crew was perfect. I don't know why Lampley, maybe he didn't want to do it anymore, but voices that narrate, and sometimes the fighters change, which is fine because you used to have You used to have George Foreman. You used to have Emmanuel Stewart.
Yep.
But now you have like Andre Ward. You have he's good at kind of narrating.
Tim Bradley was doing it for a while. On ESPN too.
Tim Bradley. His voice kind of too high for me. I like the calmness of
But I miss
Andre Ward.
I miss the HBO fights.
Me too.
And Lampley, man.
If you ever want to get chills,
that's right.
Go Google like YouTube Legendary Nights. I love that series. You ever seen it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I watch it all. Every once in a while, I go back and I watch the great fights. Aaron Pryor, Alexis Oguel, or I hear the story between the Bow trilogy and Holyfield trilogy,
or Chavez Meldrick Teller.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't.
What a
I still
war
can't
that
believe.
was.
I can't still believe they stopped that fight.
What? You have to go there? He's taking a beating.
No, but it was only 10 seconds.
I understand that.
The light buzzed in the corner. That means it's 10 seconds left. If you let him get his ass whooped for 12 rounds, what's 10 more seconds?
Oh, my God. Taylor.
He was never the same.
Yeah, I know. So sad.
But man, I love
those guys are warriors. Anybody gets in the ring?
Hearns and man. Did you watch The Four Kings?
No.
Me neither, but like The Four Kings is a documentary about Sugar Ray, Roberto Duran, Hagler, and Hearns. Oh.
Yeah, I got to watch that. Okay, so we're bouncing around a little bit here.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked you about Rivers, this is an official Jets podcast, is have you ever thought about coming back? Would you be able to take a couple snaps? Let's put it that way at 45.
I could. It would take me. It depends on how I was training. If I was training and doing like movement where I'm doing box jumps and running and stopping and cutting, right now I'm just doing the static stuff. I'll do some bar class. I'll do some yoga. But I'm not running doing basketball. I would have to get used to moving my own weight again, running. You know what I'm saying? Aesthetically, I'm still pretty much the same size, same weight. The muscle composition may be a little different than it was when I was playing. The neck may be a little smaller. But, right now you can be smaller, right? I would probably lose weight to make sure that I would probably drop down to 235 because you don't have to be a big guy no more.
What was your playing weight?
242.
You mentioned box jumps before.
Yeah.
Were you doing that a lot when you were playing?
Oh, well, explosive plyometric stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like bounding jumps, 1 foot stuff. You want to create that when your foot hits the ground, repetitive, like it fires. You're treating the muscles to fire.
Right.
As soon as they hit, fire. When
Did you play a lot of hoops in the offseason though?
No, I played basketball just because that was like one of my favorite pastimes. I did a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of boxing because what it was hitting mitts, hitting targets, so hitting and stuff moving, being able to hit stuff at the right place.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting, fascinating to see what comes back. He has some pivotal games because it's not like he's going to come back.
Okay,
and
what's
play.
your favorite memory against playing Rivers?
Oh, it probably was 2006. Probably the best statistic year of my career. 3-3.
Yeah.
Battle of the Undefeateds.
Okay.
LT, Turner the Burner, Antonio Gates, Vincent Jackson. They had the great offensive line with Dillman and all those guys. They had the great offensive line. They came to our house. I had first time ever announced as the starter coming out at home.
Yeah. I got a
LT, 18 tackles.
You
interception.
You had 18 tackles and an interception?
18 tackles, interception for like 30 yards return.
Okay, dude.
But going against my old friend Antonio Gates tried to hit me with the same weak-ass move
Speaking
that
of,
he hit me with in high school. I'm like, come on, I know this weak-ass move. Give me that.
Speaking of hoops, he was a hell of a hoops player. That was his background before he came in the National Football League.
Well, no. See, yes and no.
Okay.
He was Mr. Football, blue chip All-American. We were supposed to be roommates at Michigan State. He went to Michigan State to play football and basketball. He was a Prop 48, got kicked out of school, and that's why he transferred to Kent State. So he dropped down because Nick Saban, who was the head coach there, had told him he can play both. And, him and Izzo was there. So
right.
When he went to play basketball, he was like, what you doing? He's like, man, I came here to play basketball and football. What are you talking about? He was blue chip All-American and Mr. Basketball in Michigan, which is not easy to do.
So, but Izzo said you can't do that.
No, like Saban said that.
Yeah.
So
you got to pick one.
Yeah.
You're going to play ball, you're playing ball.
That. So he was like, I'm out. Well, he got kicked out of school for a different reason.
All right, so we're not going to get into that. But I got a bone to pick with you.
Sure.
why not Jets 17, Chargers 14? Bart Scott makes 4 tackles, a divisional playoff win in San Diego against Phillip Rivers. How can that not be the top?
Yeah, because that wasn't the best. That wasn't my best statistical game.
Oh, it's all
You know
about
what I'm saying?
you.
18 tackles.
Yeah.
A pick. Undefeated.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We won the last second catch by Ty Heap, stretched out over the end. Sean Merriman tried to tackle and he caught his legs in the air. It's like, somebody diving, he caught his legs in the air and he fell straight down, but he fell straight down over the end zone. We win.
How about the memories of the divisional playoff game in San Diego?
I love that. Sean Green, baby. You know what I'm saying? Cromartie didn't want no smoke. He was like, you know what? I can't tackle these dudes, so I'm going to go join them.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? LT, Jim Leonard, we was on our P's and Q's, man, because when we made our runs, our scores were like 17, 16. It was all tight games. And it was funny because last week or the week before against Atlanta when Nick Folk hit the game-winning field goal, they showed the last time they had hit one was in Peyton Manning when we beat him in Indianapolis, and he hit the last-second field goal to win like 18 to 15.
The following year. Okay, so which team was closer to the championship? The one that won this game, took the lead against the Colts in the AFC Championship game, or the one that beat the Patriots the following year in the divisional playoffs at Gillette, and then faced Pittsburgh?
Well,
which team was better? Which team was closer in your eyes?
The team that was closer was the team that was the veteran team that had been in the playoffs the year before. So I think the second year, because I think Revis had matured, take the next level. You know what I mean? I think that, David Harris was at the height of his superpowers. We still had, Sean Ellis. We still, then we brought in, specialists, Jason Taylor, stuff like that. I mean, if we get that stop on third and late, like we just ran out of time against Pittsburgh. And we would have went there. I would have loved to see Aaron Rodgers because we had played them the year before, and they were so happy that they got Pittsburgh instead of us.
Yeah.
Because against us, they had only scored 9 points, and that's when Steve Weatherford dropped the punt when he thought the first down was like it was like 3rd and 20. So he dropped, and he would do this on purpose sometimes, trying to show how great of an athlete he was. He dropped the ball. Once he dropped it, instead of just trying to punt it, he just took off. And I remember him running. He's punting the ball, so he's already 7 yards deep.
Yes.
Right? And then like he ran like it was like 3rd and 20. So he's 7 yards back. So even for him to get to the line of scrimmage is 7 yards.
Yeah.
Then he ran another 10 yards, right? That's 10 yards. That's 17 yards running.
Yep.
But he forgot it was 3rd and 17. So he got up and started pumping like, yeah. We looking like, the hell are you celebrating, bro? You 7 yards short, bro. That was the marker and not the first down marker because they had laid the first down marker.
Yeah,
down.
the original one, the sticks.
I was like,
yeah.
That was so funny. And Green Bay got the ball like on our 50.
Yeah.
And then that was one of the field goals they kicked to win 9-6.
I remember that game. So that team wins the championship if you guys get the ball back.
We get
you got rings
because you couldn't stop Mark. Mark was on fire. He had the speech. We're gonna come out. We're gonna score. Like it was crazy because remember that's when Ben picked up 3rd and 18 on the scramble.
Yep.
Because Rex had this exotic defense where it was no linebackers on the field. He had Jason Taylor as the linebacker. Like, bro, it's 3rd and 18. Let's just get off the field. So he did that because nobody knew to keep eyes on the quarterback. Everybody, whatever. So Mark came, we're going to go down, we're going to score, and defense is going to get a stop, we're going to score. And we're like, man, okay. So we come out, and Mark throws a bomb to, like, Santonio Holmes on the right side of the hill. We're like, oh, he might be telling the truth. Okay. Defense, we got to do our part. Mark, the offense coming to play, baby. The offense is here, baby.
Oh, man. How often are you thinking about that 3rd down conversion to Antonio Brown?
Life. Because, like, I think I was a blitzer. It was like, I think it was Swill fires on or something. And then, like, I was backing up, and he threw it through my, like, Santonio, he been buying, like, time forever. And, like, Santonio Holmes coming across, like, on the drag. And I just, like, man, I should have got there. They max protected up. And I was like.
Antonio.
Yeah, Holmes. Yeah. I was like, man, I could have got it, man. Like, or maybe I should have backed up because I knew what they were going to do. Maybe I should have backed up. And like, I feel like it was the area where the linebackers were at. And, like, the person was covering him and running with him, the DB. But I like, man, if I could have tipped it or something, man, we'd have won. I would have went to the Super Bowl. It is like tough sometimes, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I look at guys like, man, what's his name?
Yeah.
He played here. Oh, Cook. He used to play safety. I can't think of his first name right now, but he does barbecue. Cook and James Heddybull. I'm like, they won
Diggs.
a Super. Yeah. But I'm like, they won a championship in Baltimore.
Right. After.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, man, we was better player. I was better player than them, but they got Super Bowl rings, so I can't say nothing.
How do
They
you
get to walk around, come back for the reunion.
How do you think things would change for you personally if you would have won the championship here?
Oh, man.
Huh?
Right now, it'd be somebody throwing rose petals at my feet.
It'd be like coming to America?
Yes, I would be Hakeem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be walking around just like lifetime rose petals, just throwing flowers at my feet. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
All right, let's take a break, and then we're going to preview Jets Jags.
The official Jets podcast is presented by Kendra Scott, the jewelry company that's shining bright and doing good. Personalize your game day look by shopping spirited styles and so much more at your local Kendra Scott store or kendrascott.com, where team spirit meets personal style.
Jets Jags this weekend. Man, the Jets got to put the past behind them, that Miami game.
No, you let that sting.
You do?
They got to be
You do?
Yeah. Man, when we
Everybody
go
talks about 24-hour rule all the
nah,
time. No?
not when you get your ass kicked.
Okay.
24 hours, you chew on that. You
Okay.
gnaw on that. Like, no, I ain't. Like, I wouldn't be happy walking around here for practice. I'd be getting coached hard. If I'm the coaches, I'm coaching you hard. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, he coming for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ETN coming for you. You think that you had, Brad Robinson? You think that you had,
A-Chan?
You had A-Chan? Oh, this guy, right, he one of them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scaring him straight. Say, he going to embarrass you.
Jacksonville, they're surging right now, 9-4. We had you break down some film before. What's different about their run game maybe than the past two run games the Jets saw? The wide zone with Atlanta, then the pre-snap motions and all that stuff Miami's doing.
But it's that physical identity, right? It's a physical identity that we saw with Bucky Irvin and Tampa. That physical downhill, like whenever you have a gap scheme, that's about taking men and moving them against their will, right? So we're talking about a physical downhill, double pull, block back pull, angles. It's physical outfit. This is gonna be a phone booth type.
So it's
of
a
game.
line of scrimmage game.
Yeah, this is a phone booth game, man.
Yeah.
Like this is like somebody blocked down on you, like Jermaine McDonald. You got to come down. You got to get two.
Okay.
Once that guy come down, you got to get the fullback and the puller, or you got to get the puller because they'll pull two. They'll pull the front side, depending on what your front is. If they see you in a rush front, meaning that your tackles are in the B gaps, they'll pull the front side guard and the center, and then
that's what you just broke down with the ETN touchdown.
Yeah, they just changing the math.
Yeah,
it's like what Bill Callahan used to do. Like whenever it was a guy and you had an angle, instead of me trying to make you reach and get him, we'll just block back and then you go get the support, and it creates gaps because when somebody blocks back and you're inside them, it's nothing you can do to get past them. It's like a crack block. So what you have to do, you have to crack and replace. So, but when you pull the guy, then you got somebody for the replace guy, and then they're not really trying to kick you out. What they're trying to do is get you to come in and take their inside shoulder, and they're trying to wrap around you. So now they got everybody sealed in, and now you get movement because you have angles. So you when you do that, you got to hit stuff thick. You can't just kind of like, oh, I got to get inside. So get inside and roll shoulder and get skinny. You got to hit them thick. You almost got to hit them. Like if I was hitting you, instead of hitting you like and saying, oh, I'm a turn sideways, I have to hit you square, but then my head has to be on the inside. My helmet has to finish on this side because I seal the gap with this part of my body, but I seal the rest of the gap with your body. But because I'm inside, I still have to push you back. I can't just get washed down, right? I can't just get washed down. I have to hit you instead of hitting you like this and get washed down. I have to hit you like this and get vertical movement as well as horizontal movement.
Big time angle game. So I got to hit you head on. But I also
thick. Ain't no grazing blows here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no jabs. I got to hit you thick. My body has to be on you. I can't wrong arm. Like sometimes somebody wrong arm, like you get skinny, you trying to squeeze through. You wrong arm when you blitzing. when you're trying to get skinny and get through somebody and keep going.
Right.
You got to hit somebody. You got to hit them thick and get movement back.
Trevor Lawrence, he might have played one of his best games of his career last week against the Colts.
He'll throw you one, though.
Well, to that point, how do you make sure that he throws you one or maybe a couple?
You got to rattle him. I mean, listen, he's a guy also that he'll run more. He won't run as much as Herbert, which they're kind of the same body type, which is weird. But he'll run, and you got to make sure that he can get real lethargic. He can get hot, but he can get lethargic. He can sell balls at times. You know what I mean? He's a guy that you want him to be a superstar, but you can't put him in a superstar conversation because he's so inconsistent. Like him and who's the guy up in with Green Bay? Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah. Him and Love, you be ready to put him into the superstar category, and then they'll have a game. You're like, oh, no, they ain't. You want to push him up a tier? Like, no, that's not it. So we'll see what Trevor Lawrence happens. Let's see if they can handle success.
I think Love's on another tier.
They're coming off a big win.
Yeah.
Let's see if they handle it emotionally, or are they looking past the Jets like people used to look past the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, they're a big-time favorite this week. What about defensively?
They're solid. They're solid. They finally – I mean, Walker, to be the first overall pick, he's probably one of the I wouldn't say that because DeMarcus Russell and guys like that was number one.
Freak athlete.
But he's – I mean, Jonathan Allen on the other side is – I mean, Josh Hines Allen.
And then you got Eric Armstead in the middle.
Yeah, but Josh Allen, it's the real pass rush.
Yeah.
A great test for our young tackles. You know what I mean? I want to see how those guys get after it, man, and get busy. You know, so.
There's not much to say. We're taping Tuesday afternoon.
Yep.
So we don't know who the quarterback is going to be, but this is kind of uncharted waters for the Jets because you got a pair of veteran quarterbacks who are injured. Rod Taylor.
I mean, we could have signed Phillips.
Justin Fields. If Brady Cook is indeed the guy, he gets his first NFL start, how much will he benefit from just getting first-team reps?
I mean, he acquitted himself fine last week. I mean, some mistakes. Touch on the ball, want a high point and get a little higher when you talk about the 2 interceptions that he's had. But, I mean, I think he benefits from being able to know that he's a guy for extra and to be able to develop a game plan that suits his strengths. And then it's about him starting fast and coming out.
The whole team's got to do that.
Well, but coming out with the first 15 plays so that he can see the ball go through the hoop, so to speak. Right? So you want that to happen. And, it has to be a lot of Breece Hall and Isaiah Davis. I want to see, let's go with the pony package a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's make it a running game because, Jacksonville is pretty good defense. Good against the run, very stout when you talk about having 2 elite ends and Armstead in the middle. I think you have to try and attack them.
I talked to AG about it before, and you just mentioned it.
Right. That's why y'all put me in an interrogation room.
I take it easy.
You put me in a sterile interrogation room.
Listen, you know what you're going to get out of Jacksonville. This is a tough team.
That's what I'm saying. On both sides, they built it this way. They've underachieved for years.
Yeah,
and finally, Cohen has them playing. It's Cohen, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you finally have them.
You got it.
Because I'll be.
What are you doing? A search on your phone?
No. Because I'll be thinking about Cohen from the Mets. I'm coming off about radio show.
Yeah, I know. You got Diaz on your mind. You got so many things on your mind. It's a beautiful mind here.
I mean, he has them playing very physical.
Yeah.
And they're buying in because at first it didn't look like it was going to work out early on. And then now, they've experienced success. They had a dip because the Colts were on such a hot run. It looked like nobody was going to catch them. And then now they find themselves in the midst of a real divisional race to try and win the division.
Yeah, how about this? The AFC South has suddenly become one of the better divisions in football. Houston's up there. You got Jacksonville, Indianapolis still kind of in the mix.
Make the playoffs. I don't see the Colts making the playoffs.
Okay. Speaking of that, as far as divisions are concerned, and we'll have time on this here in the coming weeks.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Who?
Oh, I thought you was going to Baltimore. I said, I don't know what's wrong with it.
No. I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about the landscape of the AFC East. You got New England. 10-game winning streak right now. 11-2.
They beat paper champions.
Oh, okay. You got the Bills. 9-4.
Yeah.
Likely probably going back to the playoffs. And then Miami's on a little bit of a streak themselves.
Yeah, but they won't make it.
But I just think not necessarily just this year, but your take on where the division is headed, because it sure looks like it's kind of flipping where there's a lot of good teams in there.
Well, it looks like it's the two-team show
right now.
And can Miami or the Jets in the future make it a 3-team race? Right. I think that's the thing. New England, after dominating this division for so long, has been dominated by Buffalo. Buffalo hasn't taken advantage of it.
For the last 5 years.
Right. They haven't taken advantage of it. They haven't taken advantage of the fact that they've been the king of the hill. They haven't taken that prosperity from the regular season and then inside the division and taken it to the postseason and won meaningful games or even appeared in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I think everybody should be weary that the fact that the Patriots were down, they lost a Hall of Fame generational talent, and it seems like they're back. You got to tip your cap to Variable but really Josh McDaniels for making the type of offense that he's made. I think for Buffalo, it can't be sustained because they pay in too many people, and eventually they're going to have to do something different. I mean, New England can do it forever because they have a guy on a rookie deal.
That's true.
But, the Jets are going to have to figure out what their answer is because you have, 2 war daddies, in May and Allen. And Tua is like one of those guys that's not flashy, but he's right there in the middle, like Sean King or something like that. You know what I mean? Good enough to beat you. You know what I'm saying? So they have to figure that out. But Miami's kind of missed their window as well. So they have to do some alterations. The Jets, will be like New England in 2027 when they have over $200 million in salary cap space.
Do you think one of these division teams ultimately represents the AFC in the Super Bowl?
If it's anybody, it has to be the Bills. Because if you're telling me that, and because I hear that I think Lamar Jackson sustained an injury in practice today.
Really?
Yeah, so that kills. They got a game that they have to win against Cincinnati.
Is this a blip on the radar? I'm interrupting you, but when you just said that, when you talked about Lamar and Burrow's not in the playoffs this year,
and and potentially no Mahomes, that's what I'm saying. And if you're Allen, you've been building up to this. You're telling me you got to go through Bo Nix. You used to have to go through Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Now you got to go through Bo Nix and Drake May, and you, bro, get out of here, get out of my face. Like y'all don't deserve to win a championship. If you can't win it this year or go to Super Bowl this year, then how dare you?
But from a Jets perspective, in the offseason, once we get there, and again, we're going to talk about this in the future on the official pod, but do you look at your roster and look at those teams when you're constructing a roster and saying, hey, listen, we got to deal with these two?
Well, you know for a fact that you have to get to the quarterback. Even May is a guy that's a lot more mobile than people give him credit for. So you have to address that. Pass rushers, like this isn't a draft where it's a definite like dominant players. I think maybe the receivers are the most dominant players, in this year. But you have to figure out what your answers are to some of the personnels that you got to face. And the thing is, you let a lot of people. You traded Sauce, traded Quinnen. You have to make sure that you get impact players and get them young.
You got to win inside the division. Lastly, before we get out of here, special teams, man.
Special teams have been special. Should be a lot of awards given to that side of the ball. I mean, I think Isaiah deserves to be right there. I don't know if you guys got him on the ballot soon enough. Did y'all write him in?
All pro.
Yeah,
how about that?
I'm talking Pro Bowl too, though. He should go to Disney World.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe he should have multiple stops. Austin McNamara's been really good. Folk hero.
Yeah.
The coverage units, Quantez Stiggers.
Yeah, well, McNamara definitely should be he should represent for punters. It's going to be hard. I'm trying to think for Folk because he don't have the dominant 60-yard. It seemed like every guy.
I know. Even though he's
only missed one,
but he's hit 6 from 50 plus this year as well.
I'm with it.
And how about Banjo this year? First time coordinator?
I mean, I don't know. Do they have an Assistant of the Year award?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So he's up for that as well, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Westhoff would give his acceptance speech. Here's to my puppet. Like Westhoff, we love Westy though, but yeah, Banjos did a tremendous job. I think he's inspired this group. He had them playing at a high level, and he's whatever his game plan is to what he's doing.
How about the speed option? Your buddy Quincy Nuno really loved that.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
As far as the fake punt was concerned.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, like next let's do the same thing, but let's make it a pass.
Yeah,
The option pass.
I like that.
I want the guy to pitch it to him, and then the guy that pitched it to him run out for a route like he getting a block, and then throw it to him.
Maybe this week we'll watch out for that in Duval County.
Duval.